Is age just a number? Is age just a number? Well, physically, in comparison to how I was in my early 20s, I'm physically deteriorating. I can't run and exercise to the extent I did. My body hurts and is breaking down. Is age just a number? I think it's more than just a number. You know, obviously when it came to romance, when it came to intimacy, you know, obviously my libido and my sexual function was a lot, you know, more active in my early 20s than me now approaching 40. So to the people that say age is just a number, that's not entirely true. Age is more than just a number. So my advice to people who are in their early 20s, you're not going to be physically fit like you are. You're not going to be, you know, active like you are. Your body's going to start to break down. But they say, Andrew, it only gets worse from here. You know, you were pondering and toying with the idea of dating a cougar, a granny, a woman who was about 70 years old. Well, you know, for women, you know, around 50, 60 years old, they go through menopause. And, you know, their body, you know, right now you're 40, Andrew, and your body breaks down even more in your 50s, 60s, and 70s. You know, age is not just a number. You know, women in their 20s are young, fertile, full of life, full of energy. If you dated a 70-year-old granny, you discover she's not like a woman in her 20s. Age is not just a number. You know, I mean, you know, I'm handsome, I'm physically fit, approaching 40 years old. But I feel like I could date a sexy woman in her 20s. They say, Andrew, you're a disabled adult child with no money, financially dependent on your parents, sick with schizoaffective. You could not date a 20-something-year-old. Plus, you don't have the energy of a, you know, 20-something-year-old. Age is not just a number. Age, you know, obviously 40-year-olds are different from 20-year-olds who are different from 70-year-olds, you know? There's differences. Age is not just a number.